Share with us more. Share with us your discovery of the success and human achievement field and how it impacted you.
In my 30s and 40s, as a hard-working entrepreneur, I didn't even know the success and human achievement field even existed. I had heard of the self-help industry, but this was something way different. In my 50s, I discovered there actually was an industry built around helping people succeed in business from a psychological and habit standpoint. Who knew? When I discovered it, I was fascinated by what I was learning. And for me, it was even more powerful because I had a way to double my control over myself using my daily visualization. I'll give you an example of the type of thing I learned. What do you think Steve Jobs, Richard Branson, and Elon Musk all have in common? They attribute their success to one thing, the ability to say no. Specifically, they learned to only focus on the 2 or 3 things that really move the needle and to say no to time demands for everything else. They all realized that their time was their most valuable commodity. It's easy to say yes, always hard to say no, but they developed that ability to an exceptional level. Each one of them said that figuring out the 2 or 3 things that ultimately determined their success and then focusing exclusively on those things was the number one thing that made them successful.
Share the example you told me regarding Darren Hardy. That really drives this point home.
Darren is the former publisher of Success Magazine, and he's hugely successful. When he was 20 years old, he became a realtor and worked in an office with 10 other realtors. He observed something really interesting. There were only 4 or 5 key functions that a realtor does that really impacts their success. But he saw that all the other realtors spent most of their time doing things that didn't directly impact their success. They were focused on minor things rather than major things. So Darren had the bright idea to focus his time exclusively on the 3 things that ultimately determined a realtor's success. Everything else he farmed out, and he would track how much time he was spending on those key things. Guess what happened? Not only did he quickly become the top agent in the office, he was doing more business than all the other agents combined. At 20 years old, you see the power of defining what moves the needle and only focusing on that?
Wow. He employed the same approach that Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, and Richard Branson all applied. They each had the presence of mind to step back and first define the few things that made a difference, then focus time and energy only on those things. Is that right?
Exactly. And we see it all the time in American society today. People working 60, 70 hours a week. They're frazzled and stressed. They're also the people that are not the most successful. The most successful people only work on the 2 or 3 things that move the needle and become obsessed with only those things. Once I learned this master skill set, it was life-altering to me. So today I help you figure out how to apply this concept to your business. Then we incorporate it into your daily visualization.
John, did you learn anything else from the success and human achievement industry?
I also learned that one's success comes down to the simple habits and routines you create in your life. Way more important than intelligence. And you only need to have maybe 3 or 4 key routines in your life to create an amazing life. I could go on and on about the lessons I've learned from the success and human achievement industry. But the bottom line is it's amazing stuff, and I incorporate these things into your visualization.